Are live here at Marcella's Appliance Center, 560 Broadway in Schenectady. And as I see the flock is here, we have quite a bit of flock members. Oddly enough, they just announced here at Marcella's that they're feeding them for free. So I think that's one of the. Listen, don't act like you didn't know. Tommy Gross over there, I see you. He's like, I got away with one. But it is Marcella's. It is Flock University. We are joined by the professor, the head coach, general manager, Damon Ware, everybody. And then next to him, he is the great and powerful Oz, one of the majority owners, not only of the AlbanyFirebirds, but all of your hearts. Mike Porta, everyone. Big teddy bear over here. So I coach, you are the professor, it is your show, but I feel like since the great and powerful Oz is here, we should, well, you control the world. You do the weather and all the things, right? I thought you were
just league coordinator.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Sorry, I just thought
one. That's wrong.
Yeah,
let me start with you. We are thrilled with the direction of the AFL.
Yes,
where we're headed, the people that they've hired, the positions, the professionalism that's there now. All these things are wonderful. So we definitely we're proud to be a part of the AFL. We're proud to be a part of the 2024 playoffs. So we want to start with that because we're going to go a little left, a little right, here or there. So we just want the league to know we love you.
Right.
So go ahead.
Yeah, as your, as your, I would say most popular son, child, we do what we do. Every once in a while, we take a left turn. We upset some people. We didn't. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say we. For once, I was good. I behaved myself for once. It was like I was the okay one.
Hey, that's only because Prince threw you off the show.
That is true. If you look back there, you can see he's eating dinner. Chef Matt has cooked up some barbecue for our guys. So he is enjoying that right now. Well, I mean, listen, truth be what it is. I love the rivalry. I love that Albany Firebirds, Orlando Predators, 25 years after we met in the Arena Bowl, forget who won that one. It was us. That we still there's familiarity, the rivalry is real. Just people get a little sensitive and go a little too far. I feel that's me personally.
Yeah, we talk about this rival thing, and we do have a healthy rivalry.
Yes.
Since I've been here in the Capital Region, let me just say 89, 86, 79, 79, 70, 62. Average wins are by 30 plus points. I'm not sure where they figure that they're that big of a rival to us. So when I'm listening to this show,
it's the most popular show in
that
the
somebody said is the most popular, which still is kind of funny to me too. I just kind of get the right. I just kind of get the idea that the people are off the mark just a little bit. So I'll just leave it there. A little off the mark.
Just a touch. All right. So yeah, but listen, I do. I love that it was. You talk about the other game, and he just gave you all the scores. This is why I have to behave when we do Flock University here live at Marcella's. Great hosts, great sponsors of ours. Because when you guys get going, I start giggling like a schoolgirl. I can't help myself. So all right. So truth be told, we did agree to kind of put the slings and arrows away, and we're all going to play big boys, and everything's going to be okay, right?
Yeah. No, let's listen. Orlando's got their way, we got ours. You know what I mean? Things were said. I'm not getting into it. We fed into it a little bit, no question about it. But again, that's the problem with the Albany Firebirds and the Yorkers in general. We're going to tell you about yourself. We got no problem doing that. You know what I mean? And so I got a little bit. I want.
Good. But the big thing is what people got to understand is by us not answering back is just simply playoff start. We got two massive games this weekend. By the way, watch party going on. Probably Friday and Saturday night. We'll figure that out. The league. This is the kickoff of the AFL. That's the big thing that we're trying to push and make everybody understand right now. What everything that happened this season, the ups and downs, this and that and everything else, right now, what this league has done, what G6 has done, what Commissioner has done, and everybody else that's been working with that group it's incredible what you're about to see between these playoffs and what's going to happen down the American Dream. And to worry about my dear friend in Orlando and to feed into all that right now, no, not going to happen. What I will say this though, and John, you have 30 minutes to take this offer. My offer of $5,000 to the winner's charity of choice is still there. You put in the notes right now, I'm in for that bet whenever we meet. I don't care if it's this year or next year. The first time we meet, we're game. You got 30 minutes, my friend.
All right, start the clock. Start the clock. All right, so wait a minute. I just want to make sure. So it's 6:05 right now. By 6:35, you can take that bet. But you're joking about the money, right?
Oh,
Don't
no, I'm
joke
dead
about
serious.
Money.
It's all for charity.
Joke about money.
All for charity.
I'll do 500, but not for
Hey,
charity.
hey.
For me, I want to keep the money. Like I don't have $5,000, and my favorite charity is me.
Hey,
so
right.
Hey, take that 500. Put Sean.
Sean, GM, actually, I consider a friend for real. $500. I got the next time the Predators and the Firebirds play, I got 500. And
That's not charity, though.
No.
That's
charity
bring
starts
me
at home.
5 greenbacks.
Yeah, charity starts at home.
Hey, and by the way, the Prince Foundation don't count. I know this guy too well.
Is it because of last week's show that he's all the way back there with his mouth full?
Well, all kinds of things that will lead into this conversation.
Oh,
but let me just say.
Oh, this is my favorite right now.
What do we got?
We got Nani Ware has made her appearance, and she said, "quote flock around and find out."
I love it.
I like it so
But
much.
let me say this, Mr. Cheney.
Yes,
I'm
please.
going to be formal.
Yes.
For a minute. We thoroughly enjoy you being a business partner. We enjoy your team. We enjoy coming to the Kia Center. And last time he was here, he was a gracious opponent.
Absolutely.
We shook hands. We talked. You were gracious, and so let me lead with that. You guys did that. It was with great professionalism and everything. So I just have to respond to a couple things that you said on your show, and that's you guys said our show is our show, and we'll say whatever we want. So I'm going to just respond to a couple things, but nicely, of course.
All right. A little high road.
You brought up one thing like you guys act like the first game never happened, and I was so confused as to what that means. But we talk about that game all the time. Yeah. There is about probably 100 fans at least that I talk to on a regular basis that we talk about that's being one of the greatest football games that's ever been played in the AFL.
100%.
So I don't understand where it must have been something you ate or drank or something. But anyway, I just don't understand where you're going with that. I after that game, and it was an incredible game, I said in the paper that we were the 2 best teams in the country.
Yep.
So I gave you all the respect in the world. I gave your coaching staff credit. Not sure where you come up with some of this stuff, and maybe this is just a way to sell tickets, just in case we meet each other. And
if that's the case, I'm in. Let's go pro wrestling.
Right, but call me and tell me that that's what we're doing, so I could be all in and understand where we're going. And so, yeah, there was that part. So we give you mass respect. That was a fun game. It was an exciting game. I know NFL Network kicked themselves in the butt for not having that game on the air. That was a great game, and that was a great representation of what the AFL can be now and in the future. And so, again, again, we enjoy you as an owner and as a partner, and that's never been in question. So, didn't understand really where that was going. The other side of it, I just for me as a coach, just talking about one of my players on a broadcast that's being out there, I would just say, give me a call. I'd love for you to, if you have a problem with one of my players, call me. I'll deal with those matters. I don't think it's right to use your title to say I can talk about you on air, but he can't talk about me on air. I think you guys have a love-hate relationship, and that started obviously from last year, our time together. And so at the end of the day, it's all in professional banter. And it should stay professional. And so Anytime we start putting things out like he's the all-knowing and knows everything, no, it was banter. You had banter. He had banter. So anyway, if you ever have a problem with one of my players, I would greatly appreciate you call me and let me deal with my player rather than you speak out. That'd be like me getting on my show here tonight and talking about your players. I just wouldn't do that. So we clear those two things up. So you guys have a love-hate relationship, and if we see each other again, I'm sure you guys can keep that going, and that's all in fine and dandy and fun. But and my last thing is just your fans have gotten a bit disrespectful in this rivalry, just the back and forth, and I think it's just disingenuous. I think we're off target on a lot of these things. I just want to say for me, you never heard me as the face of our football team say that we weren't going to come there. As a matter of fact, I texted your head coach on your show and said, we don't miss football games. But you keep saying like we didn't want to come because we were in that. That's not what was said. And if there was something said, that was said on an owner's call. And so if we're not going to talk about what's happening on owners' calls, let's just not talk about it. So, and we can keep that clear. And so I'm not going to say what I know from, and really you shouldn't be putting that out there. We never said we weren't going to play you. My problem is this, and I will say this for the last time, and then I'll move on to the playoffs. We are a business just like you are. And so you brought up, the cost of your arena. I'm going to bring up the cost of us doing business during the course of the season. There's no doubt that we had the hardest schedule. It's been well published out there. We had the hardest schedule in the league. We also faced games throughout the whole season. Even the one game that was canceled, we practiced all week, a long week at that. And so we've never had a break.
And the Mills didn't come here, which really hurt my feelings.
And that would have been a fun game for us to have. So at the end of the day, though, but the problem is we did everything that the league asked of us. Any game that was canceled, we worked hard as an organization. This is a class organization. This is one of the best organizations in the country. And we worked hard to fill our dates. I'm not going to worry about what you did in yours, but we busted our butt to make sure we had opponents for every one of our home games. We made sure we did everything the league asked us to do. And so to paint any picture like we were scared or there was something more to it, we would have gladly played the game, but we did play 2 more games than you, but you did have a 3-game break. Those things factor into it. And so I don't think that we owed you anything more than we've owed the rest of the league. And so I just think we should put all that to rest. Now, we can have a great rivalry that's brewing. We had 2 very good football games against each other. I think it's an excellent start to a rivalry. I'm still not going to say we're the biggest rivals out there only because we've dominated our side of the rivalry. But you have a darn good football team. You have a good coaching staff. I love watching what you guys are doing. You're doing things that you haven't done in the past, and I respect that totally. And so what I want you to do, and my challenge to you is, instead of talk about it, let's be about it. Why don't you figure out your way through the next 3 games and get to New Jersey? We'll do the same. We'll fight our way to New Jersey. And if you want to see us for the ultimate game, for all the marbles, and for a ring on our finger, let's just do that in New Jersey. And let's just stop all the talk other than to say we really would like to play each other again. And let's just go there. We had 2 very good football games. You won 1, we won 1. Great. It's not, we should leave it there. And so to rile up your fans and to say anything about us and to call us that we're controlling the league, if we controlled the league, we certainly wouldn't have played the hardest schedule in the league with no break.
Unless we're really bad at it.
So, right, that we would be horribly bad at running the league if that's what we gave ourselves. And so at the end of the day, no one can deny, go look up the winning percentage of our opponents and all the games we faced versus everybody else. There's no question we played the hardest schedule in the league. And we played every week. We didn't have a break. And so at the end of the day, this is a business first. It's for fans, again, that ties into it, but it's a business. And so at the end of the day, there was no special prize of us playing more games than everybody else. And the league did what the league should do, which is make it fair and equitable and work on the future. And I love what the league is doing right now.
Couldn't agree more. There he is, the coach, the professor, and we put that to bed now. It's over. We don't have to, no more of the old stuff. I wanted to cut a WWE promo, but you kind of went into it. You kind of had one. See you in Jersey for the rings. Or as Father Flocker calls it, the brawl in the mall.
And I like that.
I do.
It sounds crazy, but it sounds awesome.
I like
let's do it.
I like to tease the guy, but he does come up with some good names for some games. So, too bad he's a big Orlando fan.
Oh, that lasted long.
Well, that's after him. That's not after anybody else. All right, so tough schedule, but now we know exactly who we are. Let's first things first. It's been a bye week. Do we know how healthy all of our guys are? Because you play the kind of schedule we played, you're going to have a lot of dinged up humans. So how are our guys looking right now? Are we hearing back from guys? Are they all coming into town?
Yeah.
I see some of them over here eating barbecue, and I love it.
I'd say about half of our guys stayed in town, got treatment. For us right now, it's about the health. And so we played an incredible schedule. We were great partners to the league, and we did everything that we needed to do, and we battled through those things. And so right now it's just health. And so having a bye week it came at a perfect time for us, obviously. We were able to give extra treatment, get guys off their feet, not hammer them through practice after practice. So all of those things have come to fruition this week. Super, super happy with where we are health-wise. We should be across the board at 95% or better across the board. And so that's how it should be. And so we'll enter the playoffs as healthy as we've been in a long time. It's going to be an exciting time. We're super happy to host a game here in the Capital Region and give our fans what they deserve. I mean, we played a heck of a season, a heck of a schedule. We had a lot of exciting games. Right now, it's all about just packing the arena. We need the support from everybody. And that's the thing is, if you missed any games this year, tell me you didn't miss the most exciting season that you would have ever had. And so don't miss the semifinals. Could be another exciting one.
When there isn't a game.
But like I said, we need the support. Obviously, this is a business. We need the support. And we'd like to pack the arena and make it really tough for our opponents. So whether that's Southwest Kansas or that's Salina, it doesn't matter. We want it loud, raucous. We want you to give them a hard time, and we want to, have that great environment for a semifinal game.
Absolutely. We're live at Marcella's, 560 Broadway in Schenectady. Chef Matt put together an amazing barbecue, a good spread. So come on by. Originally, they were going to charge a little bit for everybody, but they decided to just, if you come by, if you're part of the flock, you eat for free. They got the big July 4th appliance sale going on. Save up to 30% on qualifying appliances purchased and free standard local delivery. So definitely the weekend to be checking stuff out at Marcella's. And we love them. They've been this season. They've been there for us from the rip. We really appreciate them, and now they're cooking for us. So now it's love. Now it's all in. You mentioned the road to Arena Bowl 33. Our game is the 13th. We get the winner of. Are we allowed to say that yet? Because I know we said it, and then all of a sudden there was something.
Away.
All right. So we will get the winner of Salina versus Southwest Kansas. We played one. We didn't get a chance to play the other for reasons. High road. What does that game look like? Because I know a lot of us, the only Southwest Kansas we saw was when they were here, and many of us have never seen the Liberty play. I know you scout everybody every week. Coach, what is that game going to look like?
They played a really good game. Their last game ended in 34-31, Southwest Kansas winning. I obviously have a personal connection with a coach for Salina, just somebody I've worked with in the past. So again,
you can't say obviously who.
I'll leave that alone. That we might have
a personal connection with a dude. Who?
Well, we might have to have the Clash of Titans in the 13th. So I'll let him do his thing. But no, Salina has obviously in the other league they were a team that went to the championship game early and often, and so they've got a very good fan base. They've got a very good football team. They've got good coaching and Coach O'Neill as well. So it's a good football team. They've signed some good players as of late, picking up Caleb Smith obviously, and adding some pieces, Chai Hill and some things. So they've been steadily at work building a good football team. They already had a solid football team. So, again, that should be a very good game. Southwest Kansas, I will tell you, I didn't know a lot about them. We kind of had them on a short week, and when they walked into the building, I literally, I wanted to just go down there and see them when they came in. I walked down there, and I was like, oh, my God, these are some good-looking kids. Like, that was not what I expected a different – I don't know what was in my head that I was going to see, but when they were walking through the door, I was like, oh my God, these are like some
He
phenomenal
means
looking
large
kids.
athletes. Calm down. I see the face you're making. she's like, what do you mean, coach? No, dude, they walk you. There's a look like when we walk into a building, you know, you've got Philip Barnett walking in there, and everybody's like, holy crap, is that a defensive lineman? Is that no? That's one of our receivers. Like, I get it. Judgmental. I saw you.
But they had some really good looking kids. Their coaches were very nice. That was the first time I've ever met them, and so. We had a good game, obviously, when they came up. But like I said, this is for all the marbles. This is a huge thing. Obviously, they were both in the other league, obviously, that they came from. So I think this is some familiarity with them. Should be a great football game. Both of them have been playing some tough football as of late. Southwest Kansas actually lost to Washington in their past game. So that's a big letdown, obviously. Salina obviously lost to them 34-31. So it's going to be a very interesting game. I'm not sure who's going to win it. We're going to watch that game. We'll actually be at Apex on Saturday night. We'll be there from about 3:30 to 6:30 or 7. We're going to watch that game as a team. So if anybody wants to come down, and we'll get the game put around the bar and all those things. And so if you want to hang out with the Firebirds and kind of go through that watch party with us, you'd be more than welcome to come by and be a part of that. But it's going to be a great game. I really don't know what way it's going to go. I have a small idea what that might look like, but I'm just going to let that game play itself out on Sunday. As soon as the game's over,
I hate when
obviously.
you do that. All right, hold on. Coach Ware again, obviously, and then I have an idea how it's going to play out.
But I can't, those things I just won't say. I don't
Will
want
you
to.
tell us if you were right after the game is over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course. Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
settle on that show.
All right. See, the thing is, like, I trust and respect him. I know he won't lie. Like, if it was me, I'd be like, I was right. Well, oh, you thought it was going to be this? Sure.
That's just going to be fun.
Yeah, it's good. It
should be a good game.
Yeah.
And so we'll watch that as a team, do some team bonding, have some food together, break bread together. We'll enjoy that moment together and ultimately find out who our opponent's going to be the next game. Coaches, obviously, as soon as that game is over, we'll start working on our stuff. We've already got all that stuff together. We'll figure out the last few details. Sunday, we'll meet as a coaching staff early Sunday morning. We'll get that done. Players will come in the afternoon. We'll watch film. We'll get the game plan in, and then we'll have a long week of practice, just kind of knock the rust off from their break and get ready for the semifinal game. So we've got a long week, very tough week, a lot of work ahead of us, but we're super excited. We're just so happy to be at home. We're happy that you guys get to see us here at home.
Absolutely, and plenty of tickets available, which I shouldn't be able to say that already, because that's going to be the game. 2:30 on a Saturday, which means we get to celebrate by like 5:30 at the latest. It's going to be amazing. I'm, calling the victory because I don't know who we're playing, so it doesn't matter. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you get your tickets now. Don't miss out, because it is going to be the kind of game that you're not going to want to miss. Stepping up to the microphone with us right now, defensive coordinator of your Albany Firebirds. He is Hollis Island, Dwayne Hollis. What's up, Hollis?
What's up? What's up?
How's the barbecue? How's the cookout?
Man,
Yeah?
Good, huh?
might need seconds.
I just want to remind you guys, when I left, we were all hanging out talking earlier, and I left the building to come set this up, and Darius yells out to me, "Don't eat all the food before we get there." Yeah, my good friend Darius Prince. He throws just as well as he catches. Throws the insults, catches the football.
That was clever.
Thank you very much. Thank
That
you.
was clever.
All right, so we know that we're looking at, who we're looking at for the next round based on who's going to win between Salina and Southwest Kansas. We had down to 2 teams. The other game, I mean, this is a heavyweight bout. Nashville going to Orlando.
I think that's going to be a great matchup as well. Nashville have the best defensive line in the league, obviously next to ours. They get after it, and if you don't have the right scheme in place, that's a tough go. And so they also picked up obviously an AFL veteran in Randy Hippard, and that allowed them to beat Billings. So that was a big pickup for them. And so we haven't seen them obviously. We had beat them twice previously, but adding a different quarterback could add a little bit different element to the game. I've said all along since we faced Orlando the first game, they've got a really talented football team, one of the best in the league, and so they've got some dudes, and so it's going to be a dogfight. And those are the games I want to see. We had dogfights all year. I want to see some other people in dogfights. And so I will really enjoy Friday night. I will be glued to my screen. I will watch every minute of that game. I'm going to enjoy that moment. That's going to be a slugfest, and it's going to be an exciting game. And so Orlando's picked up some people here of late, Shockey Holines and Delvon Randall. So they've upgraded their talent. They've got a talented football team. There's no doubt they've got one of the best talented football teams in this league. And so they're all in. Like I said, they're, Mr. Chaney, I give you credit. You went all in, brought in a lot of big time guys that have experience, and I can respect it. That's what AFL does. That, you get ready for the playoffs, you upgrade your talent, and you go into the playoffs. So I respect it totally. Gonna be an exciting game. Playing down in Orlando is obviously, it's a great environment. They'll get 8,000-9,000 people in there. It'll be a fun game. And so us as a coaching staff will watch that game and have some fun with it. But that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah.
So really, I think we'll enjoy watching that.
Mother Flocker said, "Is that Coach Hollis, star of the local news story about going from player to coach?"
Yeah, we had a little hate on that as well in the comments, but
Go ahead and speak on it. You're okay.
a certain guy whose son isn't here anymore, so he's a little agitated, so he kind of threw a little shade on me. But I'm not gonna do too much for that.
You guys, listen. I'm not. Don't make me become Oprah and start dragging out feelings and stuff here. Like. So how'd that make you feel, Coach Hollis? And who show us on the old roster who the bad man was. What?
I won't go that far, but if you want to do your own research, you can go ahead and do your own research. But it's more motivation.
Were they
all I've been
here
getting.
this season or?
Yeah, we I've spoken. I actually said his name on another one of our podcasts, and it's always frustrating when some of the old veterans of the team, let's say from back in the 90s, that come out and make a little comment. And it's just, at the end of the day, this organization helped you. It can help a lot of people. So anytime you say anything negative, me, I'm going to protect my guys. It just was frustrating. It's, that's like me being mad that I wasn't in the article. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
This was about them, and
Right.
and I want them to get their just due in the media. And so it was about them transferring from players in this organization to coaches in this organization and doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
For you to come on and make a comment that isn't congratulations or that's awesome or anything, it rubs me wrong. And so, like I said, at the end of the day, his son actually signed to one of the teams that we could face in the playoffs. So if he comes here again, and hopefully you bring your whole media crew and do all that stuff, and like I said,
Don't ask me for tickets.
We are going to take care of football on the football field, but it's always frustrating when you got people that actually were part of the organization that feel the need to make some comments. It's just, what's the point?
I love again, and you angered Nani. Tell me who, Hollis. I'll take care of them.
And she's being honest.
Oh yeah. Listen, no doubt about it.
Real soon.
Well, and listen, I will. I want to. It's obvious how much the players that we have right now have bought into not just Coach Ware, but also Coach Hollis. Coach Issei, like all you guys, like they bought in. Coach Gabe, Coach Bowick, like it's obvious. Gooch, yeah, Gooch.
Yeah.
I mean, Gooch. I can't say Gooch's name out loud because he challenged you to a wrestling match in practice. You schooled him. You schooled him. I'm sorry, you schooled him. It was. I knew you could pole vault and play
Gooch.
secondary. I didn't know you could wrestle. You got after it a little bit.
A little competitive.
A little competitive. Hibbert, have you ever played defense against him? Of course. What is it? What is the scouting report on that kind of quarterback?
He's not a runner per se. He's pretty accurate. He's definitely a student of the game. He's a really good player. He likes to push the ball down the field when he can, but if you give him the check down, he'll take that as well.
All right, so get to his feet and make him uncomfortable.
That's all quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially Josh Allen.
Oh,
Benny Ice is eating. I just want to take a shot at Benny Ice. Benny Ice, how you doing, man? You good? All right.
But my Celtics won.
Yeah.
I will just say one last thing is our coaching staff has done one heck of a job. We have a young coaching staff, which I've been super excited about, to just kind of be able to be there for these guys and mentor them and give them a garden and let them grow it. And Coach Hollis has done a wonderful job. Coach Cissé done a wonderful job. Jordan Gooch has done a wonderful job. Tony Bogut's done a wonderful job. Gabe Young's done a wonderful job. Everybody on our team has worked tirelessly, has busted their butt to contribute to a football team that's one of the best in the country. And so I'll take our coaching staff against everybody. They're only going to get better each year after this. We've got some great young men, and so anybody that has anything negative to say about our coaching staff, I'm like the uncle. I will fight tooth and nail over my guys, and so don't play that.
Right.
I love our guys, and they've done nothing but great things as players, as coaches. I'm as happy as I could be
as community members. I mean,
absolutely, to be a part of this organization. I wouldn't want anybody else than the group that we've got on our football team.
And as a community, I mean, since every one of you guys got here, you have become part of. Like, you may have grown up in other places and been other places, but you're Capital Region natives now. We love you for it. You guys have jumped in with both feet. It's been great with charitable events, anything you need them. These guys roll. Listen, I literally grew up here, and I don't do half what they do. And I'll admit it. I'm lazy by comparison. I know it's hard to believe that, but it's true. It's just everything you guys are asked to do, you do, and it's truly appreciated. Truly appreciated. What are you laughing at? It's Flock University live in Marcella.
At the Patroons.
The Patroons are in the house.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
used
sir.
to be. You Sam Clifford, one of the owners, one of the great guys in the community. Actually, is DT still here?
Yes. DT. I might get DT.
You got Darian Townsend, who, by the way, you want to talk about exciting play on the field this year? The bird up on the thing. I mean, maybe he looks slower in the blue uniforms. Come out here real quick.
That's Prince.
No, DP and DT. That's Prince. Don't you forget about me.
Right there.
We have the best wide receiver core I've seen. Oh, you're not allowed. He's not allowed to show. Here's the birthday boy, Darian Townsend. Everybody, man.
Happy birthday.
Well, has anybody brought more excitement to the field? I mean, there's a lot of excitement by a lot of great guys, but do this. There you go. Yeah, we got. Wow, he's from Pittsburgh. You're from Philly. Everybody says happy birthday, DT, man. Like, dude, the bird thing, man. So we got the goat, and what is he, the condor? I mean, like, it's been so much fun. And so when I was in Columbus, Georgia for about 15 minutes, and we did an open tryout, and he showed right up, helped run the tryout the whole nine. And I was like, I walked out to talk to him, and he wouldn't talk to me because you're still the op to me. And I'm like,
now he's one of us.
Yeah, now he's like, now that he's up here, now I'm okay. Now I'm okay. You keep playing the way you're playing, you can call me whatever you want to call me. It's fine. That's why Darius gets away with so much. But it has been, this season has been amazing. I actually was talking to some of the people from the league earlier today, and it was the reputation of guys like Hollis, yourself, Prince, they precede the conversation. So when I sit there and go, did you know that Hollis pole vaulted in college? Like, oh my God, Dr. Jim Wilson. I coached him and I didn't know that. So like, there's a lot of love for you guys. Listen, we gotta figure out a way to safely get you pole jump. You either pole vault or pole dance.
I would so watch it though. I'll be right there.
It's got
front row.
Like no, not before July 20th, but after July, because we don't need you doing a Hugh Freeze and coaching from a hospital bed. We don't need that. Nobody needs that.
All right.
Have a wheelchair, right, Sean?
Quick reminder, everybody, just so you remember, the game is coming fast. July 13th, 2:30 kickoff. There will be a block party starting at noon out in front of the arena. We're gonna have a great band. We're gonna have a lot of great food. We're gonna have booze. We're gonna have all the stuff you need to enjoy yourself. And I just cannot wait for this game. I'm fired up for it. I don't care who we play. I just want to see you guys back on the field. It's been too long, and this is the one. Like, this is the one where the flock needs to not just show up, call your friends, and be like, "Yo, you got to come to this game. You've got to see this. You got to be a part of it." Because when you guys are allowed in that building, it's different. Nobody wants it except for us.
Trust me, I was on the opposing team.
You were the op.
Not anymore.
I didn't know what it meant when he said it to me. Somebody had to explain it to me. He's like, "You're the op." I'm like, "Ocean Pacific? I'm not that white." What's he saying? And then like somebody went, "No, you were the opposition." I'm like, I drove to Columbus, Georgia. How was I still? It's the worst drive of my life. One back was great though.
It was. I'm out of there.
It was. So there's a lot of great people down there. I saw a spider catch a bird. Like, you can't live like that. That's not how life is supposed to be. I was like, I'm on my way. Mike's like, where, you got a meeting? I'm like, no, I'm headed home. I'm coming. I'm not, because I don't move fast. I don't need one of them catching up to me. A group of them. So we got the game coming up. We got all that. We got great matchups this weekend. It's just basically you need to be at the game. It's going to be, it's presented by Century House, who have been amazing.
Outstanding partner. We love you guys. You've done us so well. Been just great business partners to us, and hopefully we can continue to build this relationship for many years to come. Our players love you guys. It's been a great situation for us.
Growing up in this area, like if you told me that our perfect fit would have been Century House, I'd be like, well, for like an end of the year banquet? No, just like they've just been the amazing hosts. They kicked their doors open for us. The meeting rooms, just everything has been phenomenal. It's one of the
Well, shout out Monica, Terry. You guys have just been awesome. Let me throw your names out there, so hopefully somebody thinks you're cool. But no, you guys have done an outstanding job, and I so appreciate you and what you've done with our guys and made them feel at home and gave them a home away from home. It's been outstanding.
Of course, Block Support always doing that for them as well. Alan literally just pointed out we've 1 minute, less than a minute left to take the bet, guys, down in Orlando. Just saying. You want to? I believe the old saying is "Not up or shut up." That's just bet talk. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just bet talk. That's all that is. And peanut allergy or something like that. And also, of course, thanks to TransFinder. The TransFinder field has been amazing. So there's Century House and TransFinder are sponsoring the big game on the 13th. So they have shown us the support that we need. Now we just need. I mean, if you're here at Marcella's, you probably are going to be at the game. And if you're not, well, tell me you're working from home, Tommy Gross. Tell me that. We need Tommy Gross. You got his ticket. Everybody needs to be at this game. It just needs to be one of those special games that we all talk about afterwards going, I can't believe I was there when. And listen, there are teams that have already tried to not come to our house. Let's remind people why they don't want to come to our house. Let's remind them how different it is when the flock is going crazy, when it's flocking crazy in there. As I've said recently, flock together or flock off. A lot of flock rumors going on, a lot of stuff. Listen, this is my favorite thing right now. Nani she's pivoted from anger to curiosity. This is directly to you, Coach Ware. Live at Marcella's Appliances, big 4th of July weekend sale going on. Summer grill and chill sale going on next weekend, so you can get a new grill to party with after we win the semifinal game. This is Nani Ware to her loving husband, the professor. Honey, you can stay longer after the show. Shop around a little bit. There's a fridge in the back.
That's spoken like a true wife. Yeah.
It is though.
So she's looking for a little stainless steel. It sounds like, Coach. Anything people need? Because we're going to be all over the place. So we're going to be at Crossgates Mall next Wednesday. We're going to, of course, we said watch party Apex. Keep an eye on all the social media because we're always up to something new. And Ben does a great job. That was the league called me today and Stod went, "Who does your social media?" Because he does a great job. And I was like, it's Ben Nelson, everyone. Benny Ice.
Yes. He does do a great job.
He does.
Very well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, he's a terrible, terrible basketball and baseball fan, but his love of football is obvious. Mother Flockers, it's a really nice fridge, Coach.
Don't encourage.
Did you bring the truck?
Yes, I always have.
We're here.
Truck.
Where's my guy Tom from Marcella's? We have to make a deal here. We have to hook you up. All right. So there's brisket to eat. You ready to eat some brisket? Does anybody else want to say anything else we want to add to today? I mean, no, I love it. And I just want, and I can't.
Any questions from the flock today?
Yeah. Any questions from the flock? Do you want to ask if Coach got his job through a reality show like somebody is going to be on this year? What's that? Bus trip. So I have been talking to Yankee Trails. We're trying to get some numbers together. The difficult part about this is, I've never worked with the AFL front office before. It's been a dream with them since they've gotten involved. I'm just going to figure out how the ticket availability works. So if I can figure out how to get the tickets together, we do have already preliminary. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Negotiations going over the actual bus. So working on it. I wouldn't just do that as the idea because you know how things go, but it is in talk. Any other questions from the flock? Anyone? Go ahead, Nick. You guys know Sam, the tall, like Napoleon Dynamite, who comes around.
Yeah.
The kid who could hula hoop in a Cheerio. He's so skinny. Yeah, he's at a family retreat, and I was like, I just assumed your family retreated from you. I didn't know they'd bring you with them.
Well, I have a question for Nick.
Nick, our game day ops.
How bad did we beat you in cornhole?
Oh,
Ouch. That's fighting words.
Oh, you know what? Since you gave a couple of scores earlier,
Yeah, go ahead and give yours.
I'm gonna give a couple of scores. First game, 21-0.
Yep.
Second game, 21-4.
Was this at Lionheart on the Green?
It's definitely at Lionheart on the Green.
Okay. All right.
Last game, beat them left-handed, 21-10.
Listen, I want to tell you guys the God's honest truth. I wasn't there. Hollis and Nick told me the scores. They all matched. And then all of a sudden, Nick had carpal tunnel.
What did that happen?
Ow! He looked like Ben Roethlisberger after he threw an interception. He was like, "Oh, I got to wrap everything up."
Isn't that kind of like the DB that gets burnt and he holds the hamstring? Oh, good stuff.
He's got to earn the right to play them again.
So that's what we're going to do. If you want to play me, you're going to have to climb up that ladder. All right? So I done beat everybody on the team already. So if you go ahead and go through that ladder, I'll give you a rematch.
There you go. I love how competitive our group is.
Troy,
it's great.
Troy Valley said, if we want to guarantee a sellout, basically, Hollis needs to pole vault over the crossbar.
Whoa.
That's the gift that will get everyone to the game.
If I'm doing that, I'm going to the Olympics.
Right.
And while that happens, Marco kicks a flaming football through as a deuce.
Right.
And Napoleon Dynamite flies through on a trapeze.
That would be incredible.
Oh my God! Now everybody's talking about that fridge.
I don't think my mom would like that.
God.
Listen, I don't know what kind of sick fans you have. Let's be really clear about this. Lisa over here and Jeff in a Hooters uniform. Nobody wants to see that. Woo. Like that's what we do to get you to leave. Like I'm imagining it. I just went blind in my left eye. Like nobody wants that.
Somebody commits to 2,000 tickets.
Yeah.
We'll try to work it out.
No, they have to buy 2,000 on their own. One person. Yeah. Even the lovely Nani. Oh hell no. He was like, I want a fridge. Nope, don't need food no more. After that. Listen, I have a particular set of skills, and dressing scantily is not on that list. Hell no. I want to thank Marcella for hosting us, and Chef Matt for the amazing brisket for everybody. Round of applause for Marcella.
Is that his wife as well? That's cooking?
Chef Matt, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Good stuff.
I tell you, I was hungry. Let's thank Chef Matt. I can't even talk now. I'm upset. Of course, everybody over here at Marcella's, and how about Mike Corda for coming on and helping us out in the beginning, everybody? Mike Corda, the lovely Mike Corda.
Love it.
Have you noticed how many bald people gravitate to Mike? It's like the anti-hair club for men everywhere he goes.
Wow.
Coach Hollis for joining us. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, I took 6 weeks off.
I know. Where you been? Happy birthday, DT.
Cancer.
Absent, but only because he wanted to be.
Birthdays.
Yeah, we got a lot of
We have a lot of July birthdays. That's pretty cool, actually.
Cold weather, and you know what I'm saying? Careful, you're going to have to buy a fridge. He wasn't here because he didn't want to be, not because no one said he couldn't be. Darius Prince, everybody, he over there shopping. He is the professor, the head coach, the general manager, the man who can tell you to go to hell but enjoy the trip. He's very good at it. Damon Ware.
I love it. That's a good one. I like it.
I am the reason for humidity. I am that bead of sweat that you hate so much. The team president, Jeff Levack.
Ooh.
And I hope I'm your next Hooters waitress. I really do. Can't end an episode, even though we are live here at Marcella's in this very polite place. Cannot end an episode. I can't talk now without those two simple words. 1, 2, 3.
Flock you.